Welcome to 120 Sports via Facebook Live. One of us is a legend in mixed martial arts.
It's you.
It ain't me. I wish it was. Quentin Rampage Jackson joining us here at 120 Sports. Rampage, thanks for joining us here.
Man, thanks for having me, man.
We appreciate it. Look, we're going to take questions live.
Are we taking questions live?
We're live right now. So you know they're going to come in fast and furious.
Man.
First, let's get down to the matter at hand. March 31st, a rematch with King Mo.
With King Mo.
So you beat him the first time.
I beat him.
Some people in King Mo's camp say it was controversial. What was controversial?
You just said it. Some people in King Mo's camp. Look, the guy is calling himself King Mo. He wears a tiara, and he has nipple rings. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fighter, what kind of man
walks around with a tiara?
With tiara and nipple rings. So yeah, he's going to have people in his camp that's going to cry like little babies and say he won that fight just because he didn't get knocked out.
So because he didn't get knocked out, that's the
That's a win for him. He's like, hey, I didn't get knocked out. I won. With his face all like this. You see his face?
Yeah,
do y'all remember what he looked like?
It didn't look good.
It didn't look like he won no fight.
It's going to be on Spike TV March 31st at Rosemont, Illinois. And just fighting him again, do you have any trepidation at all, or is this going to be easy work?
Hold. All right, what word did you just use?
Trepidation.
Did you make it? I'm gonna need a thesaurus for this interview. Like,
any concerns?
Yeah, I do. I do have a concern. I'm concerned that my legs might have to get an abortion or something after the fight. This guy be humping legs. You know what I'm saying? My legs might have to take birth control.
He seemed to like your legs. He liked your legs a lot.
He loves my legs. This guy humping them.
Conor Franklin, what is your favorite fight you've ever had?
My favorite fight was when I finally knocked out Vanderlei ugly ass.
Not beating the Iceman.
No, I have won. I got no problem with the Iceman.
But was beating Vanderlei Silva.
Vanderlei Silva.
Just knocking out Vanderlei, that was the one.
That's the one. My favorite fight.
When you look back, I mean, you're Hall of Famer to be. You fought everybody there is to fight. You talk about beating Silva because it was personal to you. Right. But do you look back and go, man, I beat that guy. I beat that guy. I beat that guy. Or you go, nah, it's just kind of like what I do.
I'm going to be honest. I was really surprised that I beat Igor Vorchanchin when I did. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, you guys don't know, like, all of the behind-the-scenes stuff. But the Igor Vorchanchin fight was like a 3 weeks notice fight for me. And it's hard to fight somebody at that caliber at three weeks notice. And if you guys don't know Igor Vorchanchin, he's from Pride. He's a Ukraine guy, Russian guy, and he was knocking out everybody. And he was just a knockout artist and like the toughest guy in MMA at the time. And I was surprised I beat him.
That one actually surprised you?
Yeah, I was. I've won the fight. Like I said, I always fought anybody in my career. I went in the fight, and it was a good chance I was going to get knocked out.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Questions are coming in fast and furious, as you can imagine. Mike wants to know, what round will you knock out King Mo in?
Tell Mike, if I was psychic, I would be a billionaire right now.
You're not doing the Muhammad Ali.
I'm not.
It will be me in round 3, nothing like that.
No, I'm not Muhammad Ali. But I could tell him that I'm going to go for the knockout at every damn second of the fight. So I'm going to try it for the first round.
Do you like gaming at all?
Dude, I love video games.
Okay, because Roy wants to know, will you ever get into the video game industry and design a fighting game?
Dude, I want to design a fighting game. I have great ideas for like a fighting game and a racing game. And I do have ideas for games like that. I have a really good idea for like a MMA game for your phones and iPads. Yeah. I do
there on the phone, just
right there. I do have great ideas, but it seems like video game companies, they don't really want to hear me or something. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I don't.
Why wouldn't they want to listen to you?
I don't know. I don't have the right connections or something. I guess like I learned like video game people, like that's their specialty. It's I guess to them it's kind of like a video game guy coming trying to train me for a fight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe they're like, what do you know about video games? Like, dude, I've been playing video games.
Like, I know because I played them forever.
I've been playing video games for like 34 years.
It's a great question from Bernie. He says, which fighter have you learned the most from watching?
Which fighter have I learned the most from watching? I can probably say it's a couple of them. I learned a lot from watching my coach right now, Tiki Gossin, man. I trained with him a lot. This guy is a kickboxer that never had a kickboxing fight, but jumped right into MMA. And I trained with him a lot over the years. He's like, we sparred together countless rounds and stuff like that. And I watched him in the gym and stuff like that. and I learned a lot from him. And then I started doing boxing, and I kind of stepped away from Muay Thai, but now I'm back training with him and doing some Muay Thai and stuff.
Okay,
so I learned a lot from him.
you mentioned boxing. Gary wants to know: could you beat Mike Tyson in his prime?
Could I beat Mike Tyson in what? In the MMA fight?
Well, MMA fight, yeah, you'd beat him.
Yeah, in the MMA fight.
Okay, let me flip it up a little bit. Mike Tyson, if he trained in mixed martial arts,
Right.
would he have been a beast?
Oh hell yeah.
I bet he'd be a scary dude, right?
Yeah. Mike Tyson would be he'd be hard. He'd be hard, but it depends on how dedicated he was to getting this wrestling, because ain't nobody gonna stand with him. MMA right now, like you got certain type of MMA fighters. You got the old school MMA fighters, and there's not too many of us left.
No.
Then you got the new guys like King Mo. They'll fight anybody, but are they really gonna fight you? You know what I'm saying? Are they just gonna hug you, hold you up against the cage?
You want to fight
and take you down and lay on you on top of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just to get the W. They don't care about it. It's not about the honor. It's not about the honor of being like the better fighter, winning the fight, taking that guy out. It's about the W.
It's very interesting you say that, because the current UFC light heavyweight champion is Daniel Cormier. And I think a lot of people, I don't want to say that they don't appreciate his style, which is a wrestling style, but like when he beat Anderson Silva, they're like, well, he laid on him for 3 rounds.
Yeah, like people get tired of that, but then I'm going to tell you, it's like at the same time, American fans, like if you would have lost that fight, then they would have been making memes and talking crap about him.
Right, so what do you do?
So
you try to win the fight?
So try to win the fight, or you just try to get a W. So it's like a double-edged sword. But me, I'm trying to fight, like, when I lose, people going to make fun of me.
Sure.
I don't care. Like, you know, but I couldn't look at myself in the mirror if I went out there and just laid on somebody. I'm still going to try to be excited.
You want to be excited,
I'm still trying to be excited.
A lot of questions coming in. Josh wants to know what inspired you to start fighting.
Well, it was a mistake for me. You know, I was wrestling. I started late wrestling. Started when I was 17. Changed my life. Went to college out of nowhere for wrestling. Got injured. Came back home, and a former friend of mine asked me to help him train for a fight, and because he knew I could wrestle. I used to have to wrestle with him in high school, and one thing led to another. It was Mike Powell. He was champion of Memphis. Yeah, he was champion of Memphis. He's my first fight ever. My champion of Memphis. His fight fell apart, and they threw me in the fight with like 2 days notice, 2 or 3 days notice. And the only reason why I took that fight was because the same guy asked me to help him train for a fight. He took me to my first MMA fight, and I saw Mike Powell like submit a guy. And he's such an asshole. He pushed. I think he tapped him out.
No, he did not.
He pushed his foot on the guy's face. After the guy tapped, he pushed the guy off him with his foot. I was like, man, I would like to fight that guy, because I don't like cocky people.
Nah.
And sure enough, that's what the guy who they threw me in there. I said, yeah, I can't say no.
I know, Quentin, when you get in there, still there's got to be an adrenaline rush, something I can never even experience. That first time you got in the octagon, just that first time, that ring walk, what was that like for you?
The first fight, I was like a fish out of water, because at this time I've only done like street fights, so it was fighting out of rage or anger, and your brain is not. This time it was like it was like a sport. It was kind of like a sport, and I was trying to control my temper, but something just took over me, and I feel like I still had unlimited strength, and I enjoyed it. Like, you don't feel. Like, I remember, like, wow, they don't hurt. They don't hurt. Like getting punched in the face.
Didn't bother you.
It don't bother you. You don't feel it. But I still felt like a fish out of water, because I was a street fighter, and my punches wasn't technically. The guy was hitting me with jabs, and I'm like, wow, what's going on? I'm getting my ass kicked good. But I ended up winning the fight, surprisingly.
I have more questions flying in. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live. Gary just wants to know simply, what was your best fight?
My best fight probably was when I beat Dan Henderson for the unified title. I think I showed people a lot of skills that they didn't know I had. Like, a lot of people didn't know I had ground skills, and they didn't know my wrestling was as good as it was.
Sure.
But this is the weird thing. My great friend, Jason Mayhem Miller, went to go train with Dan Henderson before that fight.
Did he give you a couple pointers?
Well, no. He gave Dan Henderson pointers on how to beat me.
What? Mayhem did that?
Mayhem did that.
Your boy?
My boy. But look, it worked out in my favor, because Dan Henderson did what Mayhem normally does to beat me.
Sure.
So I was used to it, but he wasn't as good as Mayhem at doing it. You understand?
So he brought a skill set that he should not have brought, because he didn't have the skills to take care of.
He was doing what Mayhem does to tap me out and beat me. And during the fight, I was like, oh, I've seen this before. I know this. And so I was doing, like, he was doing mayhem, but he wasn't mayhem.
All right, we got a lot of questions. I know we're going to run out of time here. Mike wants to know, if you came back to the UFC, who would you want to face before you retired?
Shogun.
Shogun. What do you think of Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather possibly fighting? This comes from Richard.
I don't think of it. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care, right?
I don't care.
And then Jason wants to know, could you please unblock me on Twitter?
No.
If you're blocked for a reason.
He's blocked for a reason. I'm very in tune with my social media, and I think my social media, I'm not the one who promotes stuff. Like my Twitch channel, like my Twitch, I don't promote my Twitch. If you know about my Twitch, you come play video games with me. We're a big happy family. If my social media, I don't promote it outside. Like, I think that's for my fans.
That's your deal.
I love my fans. I don't love all MMA fans. I love my fans, right? So he's not a fan if he's blocked. He said some stuff.
Did something.
He said some stuff.
Very quickly, also, Curtis said, will you be on Twitch tonight? He said, what up, Rampage?
I'm here in Chicago, so I didn't bring my PC, but I will be back streaming Friday night.
One last question. This comes to us from our own social media here at 120 Sports. If you could pick any celebrity, who would you punch in the face?
Man, I don't really. I'm
like,
not
like, come on, Justin Bieber.
I like.
You cool, Biebs?
I'm cool. When I met him, he was cool. I don't want to. Let me think.
You punch any celebrity.
Any celebrity.
Any celebrity. Come on, somebody like headed. You'd be like, looked at you like when you were on the set, like 18, like, oh, he shouldn't be here.
Okay. Somebody was kind of like a dick to me.
Who?
What's his name? The guy who played. Y'all seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
The real black guy in Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
the booty sweat guy.
Yeah, booty sweat.
The booty sweat guy.
Got some booty sweat back in the day.
Yeah, the booty sweat guy.
It's Daniel T.
Something Jackson. Jackson.
Something Jackson.
I didn't know
Brandon
his name.
T. Jackson.
I met the guy with John Singleton, and I didn't know his name.
With the director, John Singleton.
Yeah, I'm friends with John Singleton. I'm friends with him.
And Booty Sweat gave you problems?
Gave me problems. I'm just saying what's up to him. And I didn't know his name. I don't know actors' names.
I'm with you.
I'm bad with that because they play so many different characters. I don't know actors' names.
But he was great at doing the Booty Sweat.
He was great. I was like, hey, good job. But then, this character was kind of gay, so I guess he kind of feel.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah, Lance.
Lance Bass showed up.
Yeah, like, who cares? Who cares your character? It's a character, man. It was funny. And he kind of got pissy with me because I didn't know his name or something. Like,
so Brandon T. Jackson, you're punching square in the face.
I punch him square in the face. That guy.
Sorry, Brandon. That's what happens. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live via 120 Sports. There's so many ways to check out this man on social media. And, of course, check him out when he takes on King Mo Friday, March 31st. It's the rematch.
The rematch.
Ain't going to be much of a rematch, is it?
It ain't going to be much of a rematch. I'm coming for the finish. It's going to be strong.
Check him out, March 31st, Rosemont, Illinois. We'll see him then. Thanks again, Rampage.
No problem, man. No problem. Good.